Hello everybody to the seventh part of the video about the detailed information of the spirits. Today I'll be covering the god forms and the Olympic creatures. If I have time, I might get onto the uh, archetypes, but we'll see how it goes. I might do a separate video just for the archetypes and just do astral beings for now, but we'll go with that. So first of all, god forms. These are beings of incredible power, and one should only be evoked under the most extreme circumstances. One of the safest way to work with these energy sources is to invoke them rather than evoking them. As an invocation or assumption of a god form only allows one to come into contact with a reasonable, if you can call it that, amount of its power and influence, depending on his or her magical development. A magician will only be able to call in as much god form energy as he or she can control. If you exceed those limits, that's when possession happens. Uh, Trying, however, to externally summon a force like that of the Egyptian gods and goddesses, for example, is difficult and could be dangerous, because if they break loose, you actually have a proper entity in a physical realm doing whatever they wish, and they have immense power. No, don't want to do that. Right, moving on to the Olympic entities. The Arbethel of Magic. A medieval grimoire introduced these entities as the rulers of 196 Olympic provinces. That's a lot. The energies they rule correspond to the 7 magical planets, and therefore on a dot, apparently. Therefore, these beings are very similar to other planetary spirits. It's possible that it could have been just a book that they found, and you know, the way I talked about planetary beings, it could have been just a mistranslation and therefore creating completely 2 different sets of the same spirits. Giving like a small differentiation on the name, and then like variations of the powers and things like that. Happened in Egypt previously. Originally, Egypt only had 42 gods. Yeah, I think it was 42 and 2, 42 gods. And then Egypt split into the North Egypt and South Egypt. And then years went by, another ruler came by, joined the 2 regions. At that point, the languages were a bit different, but both took the same. They started off with the same gods, but as time went by and the language became different, an all-wise king brought both countries back together and just joined all of the gods in and created 88 or 84 new 84 creatures, 84 gods. That was a bit of a disaster, if you ask me. But it's possible that that's what happened here with the Olympic and the planetary, but I let you do the research on your own and decide for yourself. But Olympic creatures are a lot more useful than the planetary ones, with a lot more power. When they talk about alchemy, they talk about the alchemy of a human and changing into a more spiritual person rather than a materialistic one. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm just gonna come back tomorrow with the archetypal images. They're quite interesting ones and good to get to know. So I'll see you in the next video, and have a wonderful time.